Hello and a very good afternoon to you from me, Peter Brackley, and welcome to Football Italia for our first visit this season to the Artemio Franchi Stadium in Florence, home, of course, of Fiorentina, who today are host to the reigning champions Milan. We know plenty about them, of course, but what of Fiorentina? One of the pre-season favourites. They've not had the most productive of starts, as we can hear now from Kenneth Wolstenholme.
For most of last season, Fiorentina were Milan's closest rivals in the title chase. However, the Viola faded badly in the latter stages of the campaign and ultimately finished a disappointing fourth. But there was a consolation prize.
Rui Costa, this is Battistuta. Oh, terrific goal! And the top scorer in the Italian Cup does it again. And Rui Costa's free now. Terrific save by Ferron. Rui Costa, surely a goal here. Battistuta, and it's 2-0 to Fiorentina. Battistuta on target.
A 3-0 aggregate win in the final of the Coppa Italia saw Fiorentina secure their first trophy in over 2 decades, and their long-suffering fans finally had something to celebrate. 4 months later, they were celebrating again, as after a 21-year drought, Fiorentina won another trophy, beating Milan at the San Siro to lift the Italian Super Cup. So going into the new season, expectations were high. An already impressive squad had been strengthened by the addition of Cagliari defenders Aldo Ferricano and Vittorio Puchedu, and Cagliari striker Luis Oliveira. It seemed Fiorentina were ready to continue their run of success. However, things haven't gone according to plan. Last season's successes were based on a phenomenal home record. On the opening day of the current campaign, Fiorentina played host to unfashionable Vicenza and lost 4-2. 7 days later, they were flirting with disaster again, needing a late equaliser to escape another defeat against another of Serie A's lesser lights, Atalanta. Since then, things haven't got much better. 2 testing games against Juventus and Lazio produced just 1 point, and despite victories over 2 of Serie A's new boys, Verona and Bologna, Fiorentina are still in the wrong half of the table. And in midweek, things got even worse as the Viola failed to repeat last Sunday's trick. Beaten in Bologna, their Coppa Italia defence ended at the 3rd round stage. So hardly the ideal time to be facing Milan, although it is the ideal chance to kickstart their season. A win this afternoon will put Fiorentina's midweek disaster firmly behind them and give the team a much-needed injection of confidence. If they are going to build on their recent successes, Fiorentina must prove themselves against teams like Milan. And if the Viola can rediscover the attacking flair which last season made them such an awesome proposition, they could well have the beating of the reigning champions. However, as everyone knows, that's easier said than done.
It certainly is, and this is certainly the venue to be for the day's most appealing Serie A fixture. Fiorentina were, of course, Milan's strongest rivals then for most of last season, and although neither side has hit peak form consistently in the new campaign, the array of talented players on view encourages the belief that there's a fine afternoon's entertainment in prospect. 2 excellent league games between them last term, with Milan celebrating their 15th Scudetto after that victory in the San Siro back in April. Well, Joe Jordan, former Milan player, of course, is alongside me today. Joe, what have you made of Milan's start to the season?
Well, I've really been slightly disappointed with it. I think the 2 guys up front, in Way and Simone, I think they've hidden a number of problems that Milan have got. I think obviously comes straight away is Baresi not being in the team and the way he has in past years organised it. And they've had to shuffle it a little bit, and Desire has been moved from the middle of the park and put into defence, where I think he's done very well. But I think that has really weakened a department where I see the game could be won or lost today.
Well, we'll get the official teams through for you in a moment, but Weah, Baggio, Simone will all be playing for Milan this afternoon. What about George Weah's contribution so far?
Well, I think he's been fantastic. Not only the fact that he scored 7 goals, but the way that he has, the goals I think have been important, the way he has really pulled them out of it. But I think the contribution with a little man alongside him, he's waiting with his own goals himself. But I think he's set up a few for George, and I think that partnership has got he's got the right chemistry.
OK, well, more from Joe in a moment. The whole of the match, Fiorentina against Milan, coming to you live from Florence. But now, to lead us into the break, let's take a check with Ken again on some of the main players on view this afternoon.
As far as Fiorentina's fanatical fans are concerned, club captain Gabriel Batistuta can do no wrong. When Fiorentina were relegated in 1993, the Argentine striker stuck with the club. He supplied the goals which took them back to Serie A. And in the 2 seasons since, he's delivered another 45 league goals.
Rui Costa, elegantly through, Batistuta! Oh, that's a super goal by Batistuta. Batistuta, now Rui Costa. Such intelligent distribution then. Kardashiali, Batistuta, is this going to be number 2? Oh, what a strike by Gabriel Batistuta!
The Fiorentina tifosi love him so much, they even built a statue. However, in the current Serie A campaign, Batistuta's had an uncharacteristically slow start. He has scored 3 goals, but he should have had more. Batistuta's new striking partner, Luis Oliveira, has also had a difficult start. In the opening fortnight, the Brazilian-born Belgian international was Fiorentina's one bright spot. Although the team was struggling, Oliveira was scoring. However, in the 6 weeks since, he's drawn a blank. But as we saw time and time again with Cagliari, Oliveira is one of Serie A's most dangerous strikers. Once he and Batistuta rediscover their true form, the Fiorentina front line could well be all but unstoppable. At the moment, Milan's forward pairing do look unstoppable. For Marco Simone, it's the chance he's been waiting for. In 5 seasons under Fabio Capello, Simone was never assured of a place in Milan's starting lineup. Since Oscar Tabares took over, Simone has been first choice to partner George Weah up front. And ever since the opening day of the season, that partnership has looked quite awesome.
Weah, there's no offside, Simone's in, and Simone scores!
In Milan's 13 competitive games so far, Weah and Simone have delivered 19 goals. And it's not just quantity.
Oh.
So this afternoon we have a quite mouth-watering prospect. Weah and Simone, Batistuta and Oliveira, and a battle royal between 4 of the greatest strikers in the world in the same game.
To Football Italia, our live coverage of Fiorentina against Milan coming up shortly. But first news of 2 matches played already this weekend. Both indeed played last night. Atalanta beat Lazio by 2 goals to 1. Mentini, the former Milan player of course, giving Atalanta the lead there after just 3 minutes. Inzaghi with his 6th of the season, and a Rustico own goal was Lazio's only mark. Inzaghi also missed a penalty saved by Orsi, who was in goal for Lazio as Marchigiani was suspended after his sending off last week. Roma won, Juventus won in the Olympic Stadium. Del Vecchio with an injury time equaliser there after Padovano had given Juventus a lead, not Milan as it says there, it's Juventus. And the goal was, as I say, on 59 minutes from Padovano. So Juve failing to beat Roma. And looking at the top of the table there, Roma then on the heels now of the leaders, up into 3rd place. Milan with a chance to go top if they can overhaul Fiorentina in Florence this afternoon. A near capacity crowd in the Artemio Franchi Stadium, around 40,000, with a club record 32,000 season ticket holders this season. And it really is an electrifying atmosphere to greet the champions Milan, who are seeking to improve on what's by their standards a very poor away record so far. 2 defeats in the first 3 in the league on their travels. Quite a contrast, of course, to last season when they won 31 of their 73 points away from the San Siro, and indeed were beaten only twice. Well, the teams are about to take the field, so let's take a check on the lineups this afternoon. Fiorentina first, they've won 2, drawn 2, lost 2. It's a mixed opening for them. but they have tightened up defensively in the last 4 games with 2 of the new players, Furicano and Buscedo, still replacing Padalino and Serena, both of whom are nursing injuries that have prevented them from playing at all yet this season. Bajika and Piacentini are also unavailable, so there are midfield places for Orlando and Coes. Up front, Oliveira's promising partnership with Batistuta means Baiano, who was top for the 2nd time this season in midweek in the cup tie, has only a substitute's role. Milan's admittedly extensive resources were stretched nonetheless last weekend by their current injury list. Among those missing again today, Baresi, Savicevic and Albertini. Eranio returns though in midfield. Ahead of him, Baggio will form a 3-pronged attack with Weah and Simone. It's a long time since Fiorentina had the upper hand over Milan here. 1985, the last time Milan lost in Florence. Since then, Milan have won 4 times and drawn the other 5. A bright and sunny afternoon in Florence. Joe Jordan, your overall feelings on the afternoon ahead?
Well, as you mentioned there, Fiorentina haven't done particularly well against Milan in recent years, but I think today, they do have an opportunity. I think people like Batistuta and Olivieri, I think if he can reproduce the form that he showed with Cagliari last year, I think they have men there who can score the goals. As we've already mentioned, George, Weah and Simone, we have 4 strikers on show who are capable of scoring the spectacular as well as what would look like easy goals. They make them look easy, but I think if the 2 guys up front for Fiorentina can hit form today, they can get possibly a result that they haven't had here for quite a while.
Roberto Baggio, who had 5 years, of course, with Fiorentina. He was very much the star there before switching to Juventus. Oscar Tabarez, the coach of Milan, a man they say under pressure, although he himself says, I'm only prepared to listen to the president. What he says is what really counts. And he is standing by me at the moment. Well, this is Alfredo Trentelange from Turin taking the whistle. Milan then to kick off in the white strip, attacking the goal to our left. Let's hope this game is as good as the 2 were last season when they met in the league. Where in tandem there with Simone. This is Boban. Panucci. Away by Amoruso, one of the 2 central defenders for Fiorentina, alongside Furicano. Furicano, who's settled in well since moving from Cagliari. Padalino, incidentally, is on the bench today. As I mentioned earlier, he hasn't featured at all because of injury this season. So he's likely to be pressurising Amoruso and Furicano fairly shortly, now that he is available again. Forward by Desailly. Still playing at the back then for Milan, in the absence of Franco Baresi. Here's Eranio. He does give them width, does give them balance down the right side, Milan. The Fiorentina defenders pushing forward. No problem for Toldo. Now established as the number 2 in the Italian senior setup behind Peruzzi of Juventus. And of course, Toldo has played in the last 2 internationals. Indeed, he pulled off some vital saves in the World Cup qualifying win over Georgia. Peruzzi out through injury at the moment. Amoruso. Recovered now though from that injury, Peruzzi, so Toldo may well lose that number 1 jersey now for the Italians. Panucci taking on Amoruso. Great burst here by Panucci. Where in the centre? But even he can't reach that one. Coes. Desai with Costa Curta. They've tried out various combinations at the back without Baresi. Nothing really has worked so far for Milan. They've looked decidedly vulnerable at the back. Very out of character. Panucci's ball in. And just beyond Simone.
Well, there we've got Peruzzi there. That's the 2nd time in the first few minutes that they've got in the wide positions. And I think the way Milan have been playing this season, that they don't have the width that Donadoni gave them last year. And I think people like Panucci and Maldini will be very important to give the width and to get round the back. I think Fiorentina have shown in the early minutes as well that they're prepared to squeeze and hold the line and play offside. So I think 2 important men are the 2 fullbacks of Milan today.
Panucci, Simone, failing to link up though with George Weah. Weah with 10 goals in all competitions so far this season, including that stunner, of course, on the opening day, which will go down as one of the great goals. Batistuta, who scored a few in his time. Here's Rui Costa. So creative and inventive in the midfield for Fiorentina. Looks a little pale there, Tavares.
Well, he's not had the best of starts. I think, like everyone else, if you lose a game in Italy, you're immediately under pressure, especially if you're at a club like Inter or Milan or Juventus. It's interesting today, Peter, to see where Baggio's role is. Normally Milan, well, they have in recent years played a 4-4-2, and Baggio has figured in different possessions, playing behind a front two or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see whether they maintain that shape that they've shown in recent weeks.
Cleared by Amoruso, going as far as Boban. Rossini to help him out. Rossini in the midfield role with Albertini out through injury. Really promising young player is Rossini, but now this is Oliveira taking on Maldini, and he just recovered in time. He's been below par this season, no question about that, Maldini, but that was a great recovery there.
He had to be very precise there in his interception after the mistake that was made. As you see him coming in here, very, very well timed tackle, but as I say, it had to be so precise.
Oliveira, who is so sharp, so quick, up front for Fiorentina. Here's Rui Costa with the corner. Orlando. Now Stefan Schwarz, the Swedish international, former Arsenal player, of course. Bushido. Seeking out Oliveira, so too was Maldini. He is such a magnificent player, Maldini, that when he does fall below his high standards, it's very, very noticeable. But Milan have been suspect at the back throughout their early matches. And unquestionably they are missing Franco Baresi and his organisational skills. Orlando on the left of midfield for Fiorentina. Bushido, who operates behind him. This is Amoruso now. And a good first season with Fiorentina. Rui Costa's in his third now with the club, losing out though here. Baggio threatening down the middle. Carnashali with the pass back. Boban. Stepped on to Iranio. But a well-timed intervention by Bushido.
I think they are going to play a more traditional 4-4-2, Peter, with Iranio on the right and Baggio on the left. It'll be interesting to see how he handles that role.
Here's Baggio now. But I think he has handled that. That indeed is the decision of referee Trandelash. Or Trandelash to give it the correct pronunciation. Bushido. This is Schwarz. Carnashali. Oliveira again looking to test his pace against Maldini. But he was looking very, very strong then, Maldini. 73 Italian caps. Such a fixture for club and country. Schwarz. Now Bushido. Schwarz again to Rui Costa. So much is channeled through him for Fiorentina. Oliveira. Now Coes. Batistuta in the centre. And Coes opting to go it alone.
Good football, Peter. Good build-up there. Oliveira, he's tended in the early stages of the game to play a little bit right. And he's brought in his full-back there. Coes he's went for the near post, but Rossi has it covered.
Orlando with the corner. Milan struggling to clear. Eventually away by Panucci. Orlando to Rui Costa. That wasn't a bad ball played in then. It might have damaged Milan.
It's important that Milan don't concede anything in the early stages. In recent weeks when I've watched them, they don't seem to have the same authority as they did last year. As you mentioned, they won a lot of points away from home. And to win a championship, you've got to do that.
Just heard news of 2 goals already in the San Siro, and the other big game of the day in Serie A. Inter 1, Parma 1. Crespo for Parma. And Inter's goal was scored by Zamorano, the Chilean international. Maldini, then Baggio. Milan with 5 defeats already in 13 competitive games this season. They've won 7, drawn 1. They lost 5 in the whole of last season. So it hasn't been the best of starts for Oscar Tabarez, the new coach. What an act to follow though, Fabio Capello. Rui Costa. Bonucci steering it back to Sebastiano Rossi, who's kept just 2 clean sheets in the 12 games he's appeared in so far. Amaruso, the last defender for Fiorentina. Now Pushedu. A player with bags of Serie A experience. Costa Quarta. Given away by Ranio. Garnashali's header finding Coes, who seems to be a fixture in the team this season. Finicano, cool work under pressure. Schwarz. Too tight. Defects Coes now for Fiorentina. Oliveira has gone into the inside channel. A dreadful cross that might have been appreciated by Batistuta in the middle.
Yes, it is a little bit tight in there. I think both teams, both back four, are pushing up and squeezing the space. We've had little moments where the passing has got through, but generally speaking, there's been a lot of interception because people have been put under pressure.
Bonucci. Now Weah. Good block by Amaruso. He doesn't give up too easily, George Weah. But now he has taken it over the line for a goal kick to Fiorentina. Very much the man in form, George Weah. Of course, there is speculation at the moment about a possible move eventually to Arsenal with his contact there with Arsene Wenger. Got their days in France together. Carnashali for Fiorentina, who were 4th in Serie A last season. Just fell away towards the back end after a strong charge earlier. Oliveira. Into the handball from Desai. Orlando has forced the corner. It might have been a penalty. Orlando here had a spell on loan with Milan in his earlier days. He's had a lot of problems with injuries in recent times. Orlando's corner. Rossi staying back on his line. Here's Stefan Schwarz. Amaruso. Finicano. Or rather Pushedu to Rui Costa. Elegantly played wide then to Orlando. Nonchalant pass from Rui Costa. Orlando, where is he going? Here's Schwartz. Orlando. Fedicano's header. Here's Batistuta. Fedicano. But they have opened, Joe Jordan, Fiorentina in spirited fashion.
Yeah, they've started well. Naturally, you would expect that from the home team. But they have put Milan under pressure. And this build-up here finished with a player being under pressure and really having no option but to have the ball, and with the pressure he's made him put it over the bar. But yeah, they've started reasonably well, Fiorentina. Milan have just got to endure this first 15-20 minutes.
Batistuta. Again examining Maldini's defensive quality. Baggio. That's a foul by Rui Costa, who planted it to the Italian international.
Really what you're looking for is someone like Boban, who's playing more of a central midfield position today. There he is there, just next to Baggio. Really, he's got to get on the ball and slow the game down.
Well, suddenly burst into life at George Weah, accelerating away, but for once failing to hit the target. He is so powerful, and he's been scoring spectacular goals this season.
Well, there's a player on form. We've seen in the opening day of the season and all the way through to this one that he has got the ability to go, as we've seen, from one end of the park to the other, and he's also a player that in the box makes chances look easy, tapping them in.
Batistuta. Kvaratskhelia. Then Oliveira. Born in Brazil, Oliveira, but now a naturalised Belgian. The free kick has been given to Fiorentina, and this could be dangerous with Batistuta, who will certainly relish a shooting opportunity from this range. Boban about to bring it away. Well, it's a fair way out, but he will certainly fancy a crack from here, Batistuta. Rossi will be only too well aware of that. 15 minutes gone in the first half in Florence. No goals so far, but keep your eye on the number 9, Gabriel Batistuta. 3 goals in Serie A so far this season. He got 7 in all competitive games. Hasn't really hit his peak form so far, but he's lethal from range. And this time, unable to test Rossi in any way.
Well, was that much expected of Oliveira? He has been brought here really to give Batistuta a hand. In the last couple of seasons, Batistuta scored goal after goal, and he's had 2 marvellous years. But there are times when you have a lean spell, and someone like Oliveira has been brought here to just to try and take some of the weight off his shoulders.
Flicked on by Ambrosini. It's straight to Brackley, then Schwartz. Again, flowing football from Fiorentina. Rui Costa to Batistuta. Rui Costa again. Almost pulled it back. Another important block then by Maldini. But they break so quickly, Fiorentina. So many talented players in their side. The passing has been fluent and almost unhinged Milan then. And Maldini in particular has certainly had to be on his guard so far. Rui Costa's corner. Batistuta. What a tremendous goal tally down the years. And in the last 2 he's got 55 in all games. Gabriel Batistuta, the Argentine international.
That's a fantastic amount of goals to score. I mean, he's brought, or he's helped to bring a trophy that has eluded Fiorentina for many years, but he has become such an idol here.
Oliveira. He cost £4.8 million when he switched clubs from Cagliari. No foul. Weah. Lovely change of direction, then he was caught. He was too quick for Furicano.
Well, for such a big man, he's got a great balance and great feet. He's got fantastic ability, and I think he just He sucks people in that many times, and he gets away from them.
Aranio has got away from Pochedo. It goes well. That's fine play by Amoruso to thwart him. Desai, handled by Batistuta, surely. The linesman indicating that is the case. Desai played at the back in the first half of this fixture. Yes, quite rightly so, there are caution for Batistuta. I remember Desai, they switched him at half-time. He really wasn't happy at the back, but seems to be settling into the role at the moment. I don't know if you remember that game, Joe, but he was
yes, well,
ruffled.
I think he's been that influential in the middle of the park for Milan that he is missed, and when you've got Albertino as well, that really stretches. I know Milan have got a fantastic squad, but this stretches you a little bit because I think they're that influential in have been in the past and are at this moment in time. But when you're missing someone like Baresi, I think you have got to do something drastic, and bringing Desai there has steadied the boat a little bit.
Maldini. Simone. Now Boban, who's in his preferred role in the centre of midfield. The captain of the Croatian national team. Oliveira. Weah. Boban. 1-2 with the referee. And away goes Bonucci. Aranio to his right. And through the centre here, Roberto Baggio. Aranio with the cross, and it deflects away for the corner. Baggio will take the kick. Got a glimpse of Tabarez just now. He is taking no notice, he says, of the speculation that Arrigo Sacchi might be returning to Milan. Weah off the target again. Certainly does seem that Arrigo Sacchi's days are numbered with the Italian national team. I don't think he's going to be in charge when Italy take on England. Schwarz, almost at the halfway stage in the first half. Kvaratskhelia. Boban finding Aranio, now Bonucci, who's back in the senior Italian fold after 2 years. Baggio away from Kvaratskhelia, who surely brought him down. Baggio was clean through, and there's no doubt in my mind that's a penalty.
Well, looking at it here, and the first touch with Baggio was fantastic. For me, it's 100% penalty. But I don't know what the referee's giving us here. He's either giving a penalty or a pass back. And for me, the Fiorentina player never touched the ball. He's taking the legs of Baggio.
Yeah, I think it's not a penalty. It's well, I don't know. There's confusion. We'll just have to wait to see.
I think he's adjudged it as a pass back, but
yeah. It's an indirect free kick. Well, that's relief anyway for Fiorentina that it's not a penalty, but on the replay, well, it certainly wasn't from there, was it? On the replay, it did seem that he made contact with the ball first there, Kvaratskhelia. Let's see it again here. So that is a pass back. Now, what can Milan make of this? Baggio is there, and Boban. The referee seems satisfied. The wall is far enough back. There's a collision involving Simone. And Federico, I think he just fell over there. The referee accepts that. Sergio Iranio and Boban waiting to take the kick. A yellow card for Stefan Schwartz. It would have been a lot easier, Joe, if he'd just given the penalty.
Yes, we're a lot more confused. I think there's going to be a lot more players booked as well, because there's at least 2 of them 6 yards from the ball.
They'd have to be on the goal line to be 10 yards away, surely. Here's Baggio. Couldn't curl it in, and after all that, it's a corner.
Well, it's nearly half-time now, Peter, isn't it? After all that.
Well, plenty of drama. Baggio at the heart of it all. Does seem to have rediscovered his zest this season, Baggio. And Rossini couldn't get his shot in. Away comes Schwartz. Caution for his part in that melee. Down goes Oliveira, clattered by Boban. And a yellow card for the Croatian.
Well, I don't think there's any argument about that. I think he was completely late. I think he knew what he was doing. He's just taken Oliveira out the game. Received a little note for his troubles as well as a booking.
Oliveira in obvious distress. He was fully committed to the tackle then, Boban, and he sent Oliveira flying. Deterring meantime, Inter have taken the lead against Parma, 2-1 up now. Don't know the score at the moment, I'll bring it down as soon as we hear it. In the meantime, obvious problems for Oliveira, who's keeping Baiano out of the Fiorentina team. So Ranieri may have to do some reshuffling once he's assessed the extent of the damage. "25 minutes gone in the first half. Fedicaro with the free kick for Fiorentina. 11 years since they last beat Milan at home in Serie A. Rui Costa. There was no way through there. Panucci. Off goes Iranio as Bashadu stumbles, but he was tripped. Yes, just skipped his heels there, Iranio. Amoruso. This is Fedicaro. Tutor to Coes, confronted by Boban. Schwartz spreading the play well. Oliveira, who seems to be okay now, whipping over a dangerous ball. And Milan haven't dealt with it sufficiently. Oliveira again. Chipped in, but beyond Orlando, lurking in the centre. Well, there doesn't seem to be too much harm done with Oliveira in terms of that recent injury. Goals in Serie A last season from Oliveira. And that for a Cameroon team that only scored 34 in total. And Rossini, the 19-year-old. Now Panucci. Iranio being shadowed by Bashadu. Super games down the years, these two clubs, and one in particular 4 years ago, Milan won 7-3. Ruud Gullit on the score sheet that day, along with Van Basten and Massaro. I think it's going to be a much more even contest this afternoon. Here is Simone taking on Schwartz. The Carnashali was there to assist him. Fedicano to Bashiru. This is Ambrosini. Now Punucci finding Iranio, who drifted inside. Here's Baggio. Good hustling though by Fiorentina. Schwartz now looking for the run of Batistuta. Desai to clear, but only as far as Oliveira, and now Coes. Rui Costa. This is Carnashali to Coes. Baggio. Mainly coming down the right for Fiorentina, but without too much effect so far. Way up for Milan. Oh. Stunning turn of pace there from George Weah. Now, what support does he have in the middle? Might not need anyone else. Weah's cross, dealt with by Coes. Fedicano. No real pattern to the game so far. Fairly frantic. Stefan Schwartz. Batistuta to Orlando. Neatly done. Rui Costa.
Well, I think you're right in your assessment there. I think frantic is the word. Fiorentina, for all the hustle and bustle that they've done, they've not really created any chances. The only real chance in the game has been Baggio's.
Desai, so formidable in the tackle. Simone. Defence is generally dominating, really.
Yeah, I was always going to say that Pierre was the sprint that Weah had down there. What a frightening sight that must be to the defender. I mean, he's knocked the ball, he's seen the space behind to the defender and he's not, and it's just a warning to the Fiorentina about what he is capable of doing.
Schwartz. Another booking today, and he's already had a ban this season. And of course, he started the last campaign with a flurry of yellow cards and a red one too. Russo looking composed at the back so far. Good running here from Massimo Orlando. Batistuta in the middle, but it was poor service. No quality on the cross from Orlando. He'll be so anxious to impress against Milan today. Had that spell, as I mentioned earlier, on loan with them, but it was affected by injury. Just to tidy up. Thanks, I was bringing you earlier. Zanetti has got the second goal for Inter. It's still 2-1 at home to Parma. Parma, whose form has certainly dipped in these early weeks of the season. Christian Panucci. Weah. This is Amoruso. What was in his mind there. Here's Boban for Milan. Milan, who reached the quarter-finals of the Coppa Italia in midweek after beating Reggiana. Fiorentina, the holders, of course, were knocked out by Bologna. Baggio got both the Milan goals. Here's Weah. He was caught then by Furicano, and he's gone looking for him. I know whose side I'm on. Desai has been penalised. Batistuta, who took the brunt of the tackle from the Frenchman. Scythed him down.
I think Batistuta knew that was coming. I think he rode that tackle quite well.
Rui Costa. Rather lost concentration there. Boban to slip it forward to Weah. Toldo with a save. full step from a free kick the other end of the field, which Fiorentina wasted. Here's the offender here, Rui Costa.
Rui Costa, he's been caught once or twice in possession there. I mean, Milan have closed him down. As we know, he's a player with an immense ability, but they've closed him down and they pinched the ball off him once or twice during this first half.
Amoruso sweeping it wide of Pacheco. Boban. Now Baggio. Bonucci. Played it towards Ranio, then Ware with a shot that's charged down. Baggio can't make any impression there though. For my word, George Ware let fly with that shot. Here's Desai. Maldini, who's having a much better game today than we've seen earlier this season. I think the feeling is he's going through one of the worst spells of his career. Ware, outmaneuvered by Amoruso. Oliveira. Batistuta's pulled out to the right. Orlando here to the left. Great change of pace by Orlando! Off the crossbar! Some wonderful play then by Orlando, and he was very unlucky not to score.
Well, that's possibly the best piece of play that Fiorentina have done in the first half. He's finished off with a fantastic strike with Orlando there. Fio himself very unlucky, didn't finish with a goal.
He's a player who's never quite fulfilled his outstanding potential, Massimo Orlando, but we saw his undoubted talent there, that speed of thought, and the shot that cannoned off the bar. Slipped past the tackle so easily. This is Boban now, trying to release George Ware. Fiorentina will take half of that. The closest they've come to a goal so far. Stefan Schwarz. Pacheco setting off down the left. Schwarz caught in possession, but it's a free kick anyway. He was a little lucky to get the decision there.
He was lucky, because Milan would have put him on the break.
Pacheco's cross. Batistuta had fallen to the ground. Of the first half to go. Ricardo to Carnashali. Now Pacheco. It's 32 now, Pacheco. Bringing his experience to Fiorentina. Rui Costa with the throw. Batistuta fairly subdued so far. Pacheco, Carnashali, Oliveira. Outnumbered in the end, away by Marcel Desailly. And Cois for Fiorentina to Filicano. 7 seasons with Cagliari before his switch to Florence. Oliveira deceiving Maldini. He left his leg trailing. What a combination, Joe. They hit it off up front. Batistuta and Oliveira. It's breathtaking combination, isn't it?
Well, he shows good footwork here. He's left Maldini and he's really enticed him in to make that tackle, and he's already away from it. He looks a little clever player. I'd like to see him a little bit more central along supporting Batistuta. You know, I found in the first half he seems to be out wide, but I think he's a player that could link up more with Batistuta nearer the goals.
Well, they're a fair distance apart, aren't they, so far? There's no doubt about the potential, their goal-scoring ability at their pace.
Maybe Ranieri sees the likes of Maldini there, who, as you say, has not been playing at his best. And really, this season he's not really had someone in front of him to protect him. Maybe the case is that he's put out Olivieri to get at him as quick and as often as possible.
Costa Quarter, whose place we gather will be under threat when Baresi is fit to return. Bonucci to Iranio, and now George Ware didn't really get hold of it. In goes Simone, Alert goalkeeping by Toldo.
It's alert goalkeeping by Toldo, but that's the second one that he's fumbled, and you can't blame Marcus Simone for going in there and trying to get the pieces, because the keeper didn't have a hold of the ball for one moment.
I think Weah's shot might just have taken a deflection there, which perhaps took the sting out of it. Boban. They certainly can't relax at the back, Fiorentina, with the likes of Simone and Weah around. Bonucci. It's easy for Fedicano, now Coes. Costa Quarta. As I was saying earlier on, the speculation is that Desai will continue in the back line alongside Baresi, and Costa Quarta will be the one to miss out. Tavares seems to want to keep Desai at the back. Here's Boban. The long ball from Bonucci. Aranio. Shodo swinging and missing. Aranio's chip towards Weah and Simone. Just couldn't get his shot in. Baggio. And he couldn't quite wriggle through. Oliveira back there defending. Good work by Oliveira to deny Baggio a scoring opportunity. And they closed Simone down quickly too. Two real predators, three if you include Weah as well, in the 18-yard box. Baggio, and well claimed by Toldo, who's around 6'5", so that kind of ball won't be a problem for him. Orlando. Rui Costa. Now Carnashali. Picked on by Rui Costa to Coes. Oliveira. This is promising for Fiorentina. Dangerous ball in. Batistuta! He'd escaped the marking, but couldn't find the end product.
Well, Oliveira here, he's just in front of Maldini. He doesn't need to beat him. And push in what was an accurate cross, and Batista just stretching. Couldn't really go over the ball, but that is the first time that we've seen Batista really getting the better of the Milan defenders.
Desai. Boban. Maldini's pass was short. Here's Rui Costa. Batistuta sprinting ahead of him. Up comes Sebastiano Rossi. And the danger passes. Bonucci. Angled pass towards George Weah, who controlled it so deftly. We're inside the last 5 minutes of the first period. Boban. Bonucci. Poor cross. Desai out-jumping Batistuta. Bushedu spread it on to Rui Costa. It was too easily read though. Costa Quarta to Weah. Now Baggio. Weah. Maruso coming across to cover. Keeping it in too. Fedicano. They've been stretched at the back, Fiorentina, but they're coping.
Yeah, they've been stretched. I think Milan have, when they've broken up the Fiorentina ties, they've broken pretty quickly, and they've got round the back of them. I think with someone of the pace of George Weah, it's very difficult to deal with. But I think once they've got into the box, I think the Fiorentina defenders have defended well and haven't really committed themselves until the moment's right.
Rui Costa slipping past Maldini, drawing out Rossi, but he didn't take his eye off the ball. Very confident catch by the Milan goalkeeper. Iranio to Baggio. Robust tackle by Sandro Kurz. Baggio taking the kick quickly. Simone. In goes where with Oliveira, who gets the better of him. Now Rui Costa to Batistuta. Rui Costa again, the Portuguese international. Oliveira. Still Batistuta. Oliveira being brought down. Rui Costa to Schwarz. Fiorentina probing for an opening just before half-time. They won't get it that way.
I think Milan maybe have to do something there in respect to Maldini. At this moment in time, in the last 10 minutes, there's been too many balls going out to Oliveira, and he's been getting the better of Maldini, and there's been crosses coming in. I think Milan have really got to stop the flow of the ball from midfield getting out to the right wing.
Desai to Maldini. No goals so far in Florence. You had some yesterday, Joe. 4 for Bristol City. Well done.
Yes, with a good first half. It's not often you're 4-0 up at half time, and I was delighted to keep a clean sheet as well.
So celebrations for you yesterday, indeed. For your daughter too this weekend, her 18th, I think. Lucy, isn't it?
Yes, Lucy. She's 18 today. It's her 18th birthday, and I hope she's enjoying the game.
This is Pacheco for Fiorentina. Finding Rui Costa. Now Schwarz. Goes Ambrosini, and he timed his tackle to perfection. Schwarz didn't think so, but he played the ball then. Nothing wrong with that, surely.
Well, there's one thing that is wrong with it. He can't lift his hands and put it around someone's neck.
Schwarz did seem to overreact. Rui Costa. Almost lazily played wide to Carnashali. Oliveira. Now Kurz. Orlando into stoppage time. Schwarz, Batistuta couldn't hold it up. And here come Milan on the break with Baggio. 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played. What a good idea that board is. Carnashali. Bonucci. Iranio's cross. The time now for Kurz to set Fiorentina in motion. Orlando. Again, there's that injection of pace from Orlando. And a red card for Iranio. It follows with a yellow for Bonucci, but far more significantly, Iranio has been sent off.
Well, he's just... Well, I would say he's mistimed his tackle, but I wouldn't say it warrants a red card. Orlando has gone by him and he's left him in his wake, but to receive a red card for that, I think he's overreacted.
Well, that is a very, very harsh decision by Trent Alonso.
The fact is, unless you're a Fiorentina supporter, you're looking at it and it really ruins the game.
Third Milan player to be sent off in Serie A this season. Boban and Davids have gone in previous matches. Such a setback for Milan here just before half-time. Bonucci is living on very dangerous ground, though he's still arguing it. Batistuta now. Well, that would have added insult to injury had that gone in. No question it was a foul, but surely it didn't warrant a send-off.
No, it was a foul. I think Orlando, he's taken off with such pace. And Iranio's been wrong side of him, and he has clipped him, he's taken him. But to want a red card, I think you've got to do something a wee bit more severe than that. He's not even really in the first half as it's gone. I haven't really seen Iranio committing what you could call persistent fouling.
Carnasciali just in ahead of Simone. It's going to be a real battle then in the second half for Milan. Down to 10 men. And there's an injury in the centre of the field to Boban.
Well, it's up to Milan now to show that the qualities which they demonstrated last year and winning the championship. I mean, you get different circumstances throughout a season, and this is one where really they've got to stand up and be counted and try and get something from the game.
Well, the two previous games when they've had men sent off, they've still managed to win, Milan, against Perugia and Bologna. Boban, who was dismissed against Perugia. Davids went against Bologna. But Tavares, I think, will now want the respite at the half-time interval to enable his team to get their act together again. They might take some calming down. Boban. It was a mistimed tackle, but I couldn't say it was any more.
No, I wouldn't say there was any malice. He's not going in to attack with his foot up. I wouldn't think it was something that was really premeditated. He has taken the player out, but I think you've got to look at the quality of the player who was on the ball.
The half-time whistle has been blown by referee Fontalange. No goals, but it's certainly a first half that has had its dramatic moments. Both teams have had chances, and hopefully there will be plenty more in the second half, so stay with us. We'll be back with news of the other games in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Football Italia's live coverage from the Artemio Franchi Stadium in Florence. No goals in the first half, Fiorentina against Milan, but I can now bring you the other scores from around the Serie A scene. Inter are leading Parma then by 2-1. Crespo, the Argentine, giving Parma the lead, but then Zamorano almost instantly replying for Inter, and then Zanetti with the second goal. Inter 2, Parma 1. Napoli 1, Bologna 1. Nervo with the first goal there for Bologna. The equaliser 3 minutes from half-time, a penalty from Napoli striker Caccia. Perugia 1, Udinese 1. Poggi with the first goal there for Udinese on 7 minutes. Allegri making it 1-1 on 43. Piacenza have been, are leading Verona by 1-0. That's Luiso with a penalty on 38 minutes. It's Reggiana 1, Sampdoria 1. Mancini on 15 minutes. And then Tovalieri with a penalty on the half-hour mark. Reggiana 1, Sampdoria 1, and Piacenza 1, Cagliari 0. Otero getting the goal there on 36 minutes. That's his 6th of the season. He got 4, of course, here in Florence on the opening day. That surprise 4-2 win for his team over Fiorentina. Well, hopefully we'll have some goals from our game in the second half. But meantime, let's look back on some of the best goals of the past week now with Kenneth Wolstenholme.
Week 6 of the season was a vintage one for goals. In Turin, French international Zinedine Zidane scored his first goal for Juventus in his side's 2-0 win over Inter. While in Milan, George Weah's deadly double sealed the Rossoneri's 4th league win of the season. In Rome, spectacular strikes from Pavel Nedved, and Beppe Signori saw 10-man Lazio defeat Cagliari. While this fine individual effort from Vincenzo Jacopino was his side's first in Sampdoria's win over Atalanta. And Pierluigi Orlandini's late strike earned Verona their first league win at the expense of Roma. But our choice for the goal of the week was once again scored by Federico Giunti of Perugia in his side's shock victory at Parma. Are we in for more of the same today? Find out after the break as we bring you the second half of Fiorentina versus Milan live.
Welcome back. This is Peter Brackley welcoming you back indeed to today's feature match from Florence. No goals in the first half. Fiorentina 0, Milan 0, but there were eventful moments. And Joe Jordan alongside me will be having a look through them with us. This was the first controversial moment. Now, is this an interception? Is it a back pass? How did you read it, Joe?
Well, first of all, my first impression was I thought it was a penalty kick. But from this angle here, I think the lad has just fractionally touched the ball and made it a back pass.
Well, eventually they took the free kick after a pretty lengthy delay. And that was one of the rare moments that they threatened in the first half, Milan. But Fiorentina...
Well, this is Orlando who's taking the ball on his left foot. Initially I thought he was going to bend it in, but it's a tremendous strike. Left foot and smacks the bar.
Well, that was as close as Fiorentina came. And then towards half-time now, that is certainly going to be a major talking point. Is the tackle from behind? Is it from the side? How reckless was it?
Well, it's a mistimed tackle. I mean, Aranio has just dived in, and Orlando has evaded it, the challenge, and he has caught him late. But I think it's a very, very harsh decision to give someone his marching orders for that. I don't think there was any great malice in it. He's not been the last man. He's not tried to top the player. It is a tackle that happens throughout the game. Maybe if there's a word with him and warns him, or a yellow card, but to give him a red card for that, I think is very harsh.
Well, the Fiorentina players returning then in readiness for the second half. They will certainly have taken a lift from the departure of Iranio. What about Milan, Joe? How are they going to regroup now?
Well, you said they've done it a couple of times already this season. It is a game that they obviously want something from. They are a team that are experienced in doing what they intend to do now, which is to keep a clean sheet, and if they can catch them on the break, they have players like Weah, the pace he has up front, and Simone, who has been playing particularly well this season. They can catch Fiorentina on the break, try to frustrate them, and they are quite capable of doing it, but it is a hard task, because we have seen that we have Oliveira on the right here, who's given Maldini a hard time. And if he can continually get the ball, he could maybe get the opening that Fiorentina are looking for.
But maybe, as we were saying, Batistuta needs more support through the middle. And we were seeing Baiano in earnest discussion there a moment or so ago with Ranieri, the coach. So perhaps we're going to see Baiano in the second half. Yes,
I think if they're going to capitalise on the work that Oliveira is doing out here on the right, they've got to get men forward. The only one that's been getting on to the occasional cross that comes in is Batistuta, and they really have got to push men forward, and they can afford to do that by having the extra man, but at the same time being wary of the opposition. Milan have got a reputation of doing what they need to do in this second half, which is to catch the opposition and punish them for it, and they are more than capable of doing that. So we have an intriguing situation in the second half here, and I think we'll get goals.
The impetus is certainly with Fiorentina as the home side, and with a man to spare them, with Irano having been sent off. Just checking around to see if there are any substitutions. And Edgar Davids is on for Milan, yeah. So the Dutchman, a controversial character, sent off in the game against Bologna. But there's no doubt he's a very talented player. Of course, he went home early from Euro 96 after his dispute with the Dutch coach. And he hasn't been, as yet anyway, any kind of automatic selection for Milan. Such is the depth of talent available to Oscar Tavares. This is Sandro Kurz. He has been out with a broken hand, and I think they managed to find a lighter cast for him to wear.
Well, if that's a lighter cast, Peter, I would have hated to have seen the heavy one he had on.
Well, there are certain restrictions. Just looking around, I think it's Bracho who hasn't come out for the second half. Amoruso. who's come on then for Fiorentina. Batistuta. That ball for Oliveira. But alert defending by Panucci. In fact, it's a free kick to Milan. Charlie with a free header to find Rui Costa. Crescendo. This is Schwartz. Linking with Batistuta. Still the Milan defence standing firm. Davids. Desai, Rossini, must be Orlando who has not come out for the second half, the man who was brought down for the sending off. Rui Costa to Amoruso.
When you have the circumstances in Milan face now, it's important that Simone and Weah, when the ball gets up front, that they do hold the ball and give their defence and midfield a repose from what is happening, because they're going to be under a lot of pressure.
Rui Costa. Now Schwartz. Batistuta brought down by Desai. He won't be the most popular man in Milan tonight, the referee, Cantalage. After his controversial dismissal of Iranio towards half-time. Batistuta going to try one from here. Rui Costa there as well, and Amoruso, who can certainly strike a ball from distance. He's been a regular scorer down the years, the number 5 Amoruso. But it will be Batistuta. And that was painful for somebody. Boban, I suspect. Carnashali. A chance. Baiano was in there so quickly then. I'm a great fan of Baiano's, and I think he's going to be unlucky not to be in the team at the moment.
Well, he's a sharp little fella. It's a beautiful ball played in by Carnashali. He's won it down the side of the Milan defence. It's a great little run. He's kept on side, and he's just tried to bend it in there. But yeah, he's a dangerous customer. Let's hope he can stay on the field, because he's having a bad time with referees of late.
Yes, 2 sendings off already this season for Baiano. But he certainly caught Costa Quarter off guard at the other end of the field. Meantime, an offence on Simone means a free kick to Milan. Davids and Ambrosini foolishly getting involved now. This referee is not one to stand for any nonsense. He's sent 3 off already this season, including Iranio. He's managed to restore order. Davids lurking in the vicinity, but it looks like Boban will take charge here. It's indeed Boban, and it's called over the bar, not that far away. But Toldo will feel he had it covered. Boban, who's yet to score at Serie A this season. Nothing too much there to excite you, Joe.
No, I think he had it covered, and it was arranged really that wasn't going to cause too many problems. There wasn't enough wasn't enough pace on it, there wasn't enough accuracy on it either.
Coes with the throw. Baiano. He's a real handful for any defender. Coes whipping over the cross. That was Costa Corta. Not the most effective of clearances from him. Rui Costa tangling with Davids. And away comes the Dutchman, the former Ajax man, Edgar Davids. Lovely skill. Ambrosini. Now Boban. Boban strike for goal. Boban claiming a corner.
Well, this was initiated here by Davids. Great run, and Boban has, and I think he is claiming for. Yeah, and I think he's right. I think the goal for Toldo. Just get a finger to that.
I think he did. Desai for Milan. Weah. Pushedo to Amoruso. Batistuta. Good interchange, but again it breaks down too easily. Desai. Simone. He's been quiet this afternoon. Rui Costa. Played in for Batistuta. Being shadowed there by Desai, who was really tight on it. Amoruso, or Furicano, up to Stefan Schwarz. Fiorentina looking to up the tempo now. Rui Costa. Oliveira. Taking on Maldini. And winning the corner. Oliveira staying out wide, with Baiano now supporting Batistuta through the centre. Rui Costa with the corner kick. Oliveira. This is Baiano. Oliveira to Schwarz. Now Pushedo on his favoured left foot. And a corner off Panucci. Fiorentina hoping their numerical advantage can count in this second half. Baiano with the corner. Pushedo to Karnashali. Baiano, who's brought some fresh life into Fiorentina's approach play. The turn by Simone. Boban streaking through the middle, Weah making a decoy run. But plenty of time for Karnashali to pass it back. Thunderous atmosphere around the stadium. And how the home team, or rather the home fans, would love a goal from their team now. They really pushed Milan hard last season for quite a long time. This is Pushedo. Just run out of steam, Fiorentina, towards the end of last season, after a spirited challenge in the earlier months. Baiano with the free kick. Plenty of organising for Rossi to do. In fact, it's going to be Rui Costa. Davids and Simone forming that two-man wall if they're going to. Desai is forward. And Maldini, who always poses a threat in the air. Here's Rui Costa, and Rossi beating it away at his near post. Not happy, clearly, about the cover in front of him.
That was a cheeky little chip there. A very dangerous position there for Rui Costa to do some damage, and he very nearly did.
Pushedo, They didn't really close him down then, Milan. Aldini with a header out to Buscedo again, and Rui Costa. Just sense the crowd are getting on his back a little bit today, Rui Costa. He's made a few unforced errors. And of course, he's so often substituted by Coach Ranieri. So he'll be having a few anxious looks towards the bench again today. 18 times he was taken off in Serie A last season. You wouldn't have stood for that, Joe, would you?
18 times.
It's a bit frustrating.
Incredible tally, that. You really want to know what you were doing wrong.
Was it worth continuing? Panucci. Up by Buscedo to Rui Costa. Baiano down for Batistuta. Batistuta in with a tackle. And a fair one in the view of the referee. Bossini now, breaking for Milan. We're ahead of him. Davids. Bonucci. Where to challenge with Amoruso. Lovely piece of skill from the Fiorentina defender. Oliveira. Buscedo. Now Sandro Coas. Rui Costa. Bringing Buscedo into the play. And it was Dasai to the rescue. Buscedo getting some service down the left side now.
Well, especially down the left, but Fiorentina are starting to make tracks down either flank and getting their crosses in, and that's where the chances could come.
Rui Costa. Now Schwartz. Yet to score in Serie A for Fiorentina. He's got one in Europe, and that's all.
But in saying that, Peter, in the early part of the second half, the pressure that Fiorentina are putting on, Milan they're defending with their lives. They're getting covering that near post, making sure the ball doesn't come across. There's only been once, I think, Costa Curta really made a foul down there, which Rui Costa tried to chip one in. That is the only time where I think they've really been stretched. But I still think there is a possibility of goals in the game.
Well, there's been another one in the San Siro. Inter now leading Parma by 3 goals to 1. The second of the afternoon for Zamorano. Buscedo. This is Rui Costa. One of the Portuguese stars, of course, during Euro 96, Rui Costa. Marciali to Schwartz, the Swedish international. Now Batistuta of Argentina. Rui Costa. Spotting Oliveira. Baiano in the middle. Oliveira right across the face of the goal. I don't think that was too far away. I think we're going to see a replay of that, are we? No. Presumably not, but it certainly hit the sun venom by Oliveira.
Yeah, I think it was more a shot than a pass come cross. That's the positions that Fiorentina want to get into and get the crosses in for Batistuta and Baiano.
Buscedo. Schwartz. Hold on for Rui Costa. Baiano. Beyond Batistuta in the middle. But he's made a difference, Baiano, since coming on for the second half. Now Batistuta has been brought back. It'll be a free kick to Milan and some respite for them.
Yeah, they're living on the edge a little bit, Milan. But, you know, they are a team of champions, and they're not going to give any easily. I just think that if the ball goes up to people like we have here in Simone and George Weah, they must hold the ball. They must give their defenders a breather. And when the possibility arises, try and go and see if they can snatch a goal. There's
an injury to Carlo Charlie. But Baiano Fabiano, I think, has given them more options through the middle, hasn't he, Fiorentina?
Well, he has. He's a player in 2 occasions already. He's had the ball played down the side. Very sharp, very nippy. That's the type of ball he wants, and he can turn people, and he has an eye for goal. On one occasion he's had a go himself, another one he's just tried to clip it in for his teammates.
Tavares looking on anxiously as his 10 men defend against Fiorentina. They are doing mainly that at the moment. Wijnaldum, incidentally, hasn't started a game in Serie A this season. 24 sub appearances, 5 now, including today. Falcone about to come on for Fiorentina in place of Carnashali, the man who's injured. Giulio Falcone, who was signed from Torino back in the summer and was once courted by Milan. 22, he's an outstanding prospect in the Italian game. So Carnashali taking no further part in the match. Russo to Coes. Amaruso again. Now Bushido. Falcone. And his first touch was not a memorable one.
Well, it can only get better for a lad. I don't know what he was trying there. Carnashali with an injury, and maybe I think isn't too serious. He's had disciplinary problems too this season. He's already been sent off, and a cluster of yellow cards. Well, despite their success last season in winning the cup and finishing 4th, he remains not all that popular a figure, Ranieri, with the Fiorentina fans. Never quite won them over. Boban to Weah. Neat little reverse pass through that from Weah, showing such awareness. Milan are going to want to bring on Locatelli in a moment. Young forward player. Boban with Davids. Now Boban again. Too long for Weah. This is Locatelli. Thomas Locatelli. He injured his thigh against Gothenburg 10 days ago and wasn't available against Napoli or Reggiana in midweek. Well, for this moment in time, you seem to have weathered the storm, Milan. It's a case of just keeping the ball, passing it. In respect to Fiorentina, they must get possession, get it wide, and try to exploit the fact that Milan are without Iranio there. But they're dealing with it quite well at the moment, Milan.
Boban's header to find Simone. Now it's Coes. Wide for Oliveira. Maldini came sliding in. Oliveira thought recklessly. They can't catch the referee's eye. Fedicano. Fiorentina's throw. They need to find their rhythm again. This is Oliveira. Surely handled by Desai. Referee says no. Maldini to Boban. Now Eko Davids. We've got Weah in support. The bit trip, yellow card for Fedicano.
There's a very interesting incident here. You find one player getting a red card, another one getting a yellow card, and you try to see what the referee has really judged from one one incident to the next. If anything, I mean, Davids there was in a more prominent position. I wouldn't say the chap was the last man, but when you reflect on what happened to Irani in the first half, he's lucky to get away with the yellow card.
Simone going off to be replaced by Locatelli. Yes, for me, that was a more sinister challenge than the first one.
Yeah, I think
that was deliberate.
Yeah, that was deliberate. He's taken the man out. He's been very positive, Davids. He's taken the man on. He's gone for it, and he's been taken out of the game.
Iranio's challenge for me was mistimed. That one was malicious. It's only a yellow card, but it is a free kick for Milan. It is a chance for them then, and they haven't had too many in this game. Toldo has been more or less unoccupied in the second half, certainly so far, but then Milan are down to 10 men and have been on the back foot. Boban played in to Weah, who found a little bit of space in the penalty box. Panucci starts away, then Coes. Nobody upfield though for Fiorentina. Desai with time on the ball. Boban. Maldini. Ambrosini. Offside. More frustration for the coach, Ranieri.
Well, I think frustration for the coach is not the only thing. I think Fiorentina as a team are just given symptoms of frustration themselves, and really they've just got to calm down and stick to the basic shape, get the ball, get it wide, get the crosses in. When they did that in the early part of the second half, they caused a few flutters in the Milan defence, but if they let frustration creep into the game, then I can't really see them creating anything.
Costa Curta to take the free kick from Milan. We haven't had a 0-0 in a live game so far this season, so there's not one today. Boban. Oliveira being pursued by George Weah. Weah hasn't really had the service he needs to thrive on this afternoon. And now Locatelli on as his partner up front, with Simone having gone off. And Baggio, of course, not coming out for the second half. Bushedo to Rui Costa. Driving towards goal, couldn't get his shot in. And a clean one anyway. It's all rather untidy.
Yes, I think it's pure frustration. I think they've lost the plot a little bit. You know, you've got Olivieri there, who was causing problems to Maldini in the first half, and occasionally at the beginning of the second half. Bushedo on the left was coming down, he was getting his crosses in, but it just seems to have gone wrong. And someone like Rui Costa there, who's in the middle, in the fulcrum of where the team has got to play, he's really got to get a grip of the game, calm it down and get the ball in the way positions and try to exploit Milan.
No doubt the sending off has affected Milan's approach to the game. That's the influence that decisions like that do have. Batistuta.
See, what Fiorentina haven't got now is, and Milan won't allow it, is the ball over the top for Batistuta. I mean, he scores a lot of goals, creates a lot of danger there, and that's not going to happen now. Milan are going to defend on that 18-yard line.
Inside the last 20 minutes, Falcone. This is Schwarz. Well, they've had a lot of criticism for their defending this season, Milan, but they haven't looked so brittle today.
No, they've stood up to it today, Peter. They've worked very, very hard, every one of them.
So far, keeping Fiorentina at bay, but it's Schwarz now going forward. On for Rui Costa. Maldini ever alert.
You know, for me, when Milan have been defending in the early part of the season, I don't think it's just been the absence of Baresi. I think that the formation that they played with, I think that Baresi has tinkered with it a little bit. And he's not really played 4 across the middle, he's played 3, and I think he's experimented a little bit using Baggio and whatnot. I think at this moment in time, they are flooding the midfield. I think they've brought one back on occasions and played that 4, and I think they've looked more solid than they have done in the previous 5 or 6 games in the league.
Paolo Maldini to Desai. Locatelli, who's a sharp, incisive finisher, trying to unsettle Falcone, but it's Oliveira to bring it away for Fiorentina. Crescedo. Rui Costa showing his tight, close control. Play on, says the referee. Rui Costa. Now Boiano.
As Boiano again, another run. I actually thought that the Milan defenders had held the line there and they looked offside, but he's running, and the timing of his runs have been good.
No offside flag. So a let-off for Milan. Beaten, remember, in 2 of their previous away games in Serie A. And they must have feared this game was going to go against them when Aranio was sent off. Yellow card for Desai for handball. Well, the home crowd still believe their team can do it. Rui Costa! Tremendous noise around the stadium. And they're really lifting their team now. Oliveira. Rui Costa. Desai with Oliveira, and now Maldini to help out Desai. Amoruso. Free header for Boban. Coes was very determined there, but here's Boban again. Hoisting upfield in search of George Weah. And they can't afford to leave him alone. But it's mainly Fiorentina now. Crescedo. Batistuta. Off Panucci for the throw. Little argument going on involving Crescedo. The referee advising him to calm down. Boiano. Rui Costa. A moment of magic from him wouldn't go amiss for Fiorentina now. Here is Rui Costa. Away from Ambrosini, still Rui Costa. Play on. The referee was totally unconvinced. Davids on the break for Milan. Keep it going is the instruction from referee Trentelange. Oliveira's pass. Boiano has pulled out wide here. Dreadful pass. Davids now. Again launching the counter-attack for Milan. Weah, offside, offside. Robbiati will make his entrance now for Fiorentina. He's got 15 minutes to make an impact in place of Crescedo. Very exciting player, Robbiati. So often he comes on to good effect. and he will pep up their attacking options. In fact, we had expected him to start Robiati today, but Orlando was in instead. Schwartz. Baiano. Dragging Desai out of the centre, but without reward. Do you think Milan will settle for this now, Joe?
Oh, I think they'll settle. I think actually they would have settled for it from half-time onwards. I think they've set their stall out to keep a clean sheet. They've not really shown too much going forward, but I think overall, I think a point here earned would be a good point, especially the way that their away form has gone this season. It's not been too impressive.
2-2 when they met here last season. Milan were top then, Fiorentina was second. And Studer chasing this one. Good solid defending though by Costa Curta. They have looked much more solid at the back today, and Maldini has certainly had a better game. Showing his strength then, still Maldini. Way by Falcone with Rui Costa, Falcone again. Caught by Ambrosini.
Ambrosini there, and he's collected the ball, and he's been in possession of the ball. He looks round and there's nobody in support, and he turns his back and really protects the ball and forces the guy in to make a foul on him. I mean, conditions that we have today, I mean, you've got to look at that tactic and say he's done well for his team. He has protected the ball and he's retained possession, killed a little bit of time. So from Milan's point of view, it's a good bit of play.
Here's Ambrosini on the ball now. Didn't play midweek because of a knee injury, and he had an operation on the same knee back in the summer, but again it's not the same injury. There's some rather unsavoury tackles in the game. I didn't feel that was the case really in the first half, which is why the decision to send off Iranio did seem so harsh. Was the offender then?
Well, I think when you're talking about the challenges, I think there is a frustration with Fiorentina and also Milan. There is a determination to hang on to what they've got, and through that I think there has been more fouls committed.
Oliveira. Good tracking back though by young Locatelli. Just 20 Locatelli. Signed last season from Atalanta. There's one goal for the club so far. Came against Empoli in the Italian Cup back in August. Falcone. Tuta. Now Oliveira on for Rui Costa. And the chance for Robiati. Well, he arrived at the right time but couldn't deliver.
Yes, for a change, Fiorentina caught Milan on the break there, and Rui Costa's gone down the left, squared it, and Robiati will be disappointed that he didn't hit the target at least. They haven't had too many chances in the first half, the second half, Fiorentina.
10 minutes to go. Minutes for one or other of these two teams. Should prevent us having our first barren afternoon of the season. Davids in full flow. Davids to strike the goal, but straight at Toldo. On his weaker foot, then his right. Costa Curta. He did well to get himself out of that little problem. Caruso, who's had a fine game at the back for Fiorentina. It looks a useful pairing, doesn't it, with Fedicano?
Yes, I think Amoruso, the boys at the back, even in the early part of the game, the Fiorentina defence handled George Weah and Simone very well.
Boban. Locatelli. Falcone was hard on his heels though. Davids with Maldini.
He's played well since he's come on, Peter. His career has not really started, it's not really kicked off at Milan, but I think today coming on, I've been impressed with him. He's a player that's shown his physical strength, his control in the ball, and not a bad hairstyle as well.
You can't see where he's going. Well, the Milan fans hoping their team can snatch a winner here. Boban to take the free kick. Ranieri looks a worried man. Crossed in by Boban. Panucci on the end of it, now Maldini. Back it towards Panucci again. And then Oliveira to clear. No offside. Locatelli. Panucci surely is off now. Yes, the flag's up. Rui Costa. Batistuta. He'd seen Robiati, but couldn't release him. And then a foul by Batistuta on Desai.
That's another confrontation where I think up to this moment in time, we don't want to speak too soon where the defender has come out on top. I think Desai has handled him well.
Davids outsmarted by Rui Costa. It's Coes. Still Fiorentina persevering. Bayano. Here's Costa Curta, who's looked much more like his old self today. Boban. It's Rui Costa. Kept on by Bayano. Oliveira! Robiati! Fiorentina have scored right at the death, and it was Robiati who steered it in after Rossi couldn't hold on to the shot from Oliveira. The goal on 84 minutes, and at last the breakthrough for Fiorentina.
Robiati did it. I mean, you've got Oliveira, but you've got to look and praise Robiati. He's followed it up. All the hard work has been done there by Rui Costa and Oliveira. He's got the better of Maldini again, but Robiati, there he is, following it up. And he deserved to score a goal.
Well, you were wondering, Joe, if we'd spoken too soon in praising Milan's defence. Rossi just couldn't cling on to the shot there.
No, but he's done his best he could, Rossi. But I'd like obviously to hold the ball, but that is a lesson to everybody, all strikers, that you get goals from every shape and size, and Robiati, by actually following up, he's probably won the game for him.
It's another sending off. The red card was shown to Furicano. So, drama here right to the end. Furicano trooping off disconsolately. We didn't really get too clear a view of that. Maybe we'll see on the replay. So, they're all square in terms of having 10 apiece. But Fiorentina have this vital goal from Robiati, the substitute who's come on in the second half. And Rossini. Dugari. will be set hot now. The last gamble by Oscar Tabarez. Milan in danger of losing for the third time away from home in Serie A this season. Who would have thought that at the outset of the campaign? Oliveira, who was so sharp in the penalty box, and you must pay tribute to him, maybe more so than criticising Milan defensively. That was down to some great forward play.
Yes, it was. I mean, Rui Costa, I don't think had the best of games. He was involved in it, but Oliveira, I think, has been a thorn in Milan today. I think Milan have played well, they defended well. Well, I say they played well. I think they've defended well. I think they've done what they've had to do. But it's a 90-minute game, and now we have a very anxious last 5 minutes for Ranieri, who's looked very frustrated on the dugout.
Robbiati, the goal scorer. Testing Rossi again, Batistuta. Oliveira. Couldn't get past Costa Curta. Boban. Away from Rui Costa. Dugarry, the French international, on up front then for Milan now. And here's Weah through the centre. Toldo rushing out to deny him. He had to have his wits about him then. Francesco Toldo. Panucci. Desai to Maldini. Weah couldn't get away from Coas. All hands to the pot now for Fiorentina as they defend this slender lead. Who'd be a coach? Maldini with a throw for Milan, wanting some movement. Boban was free in the box. Beyond Dugarry and Falcone tried to bring it away. Here's Dugarry now. Rui Costa. Batistuta setting off down the middle. Desai just about getting the better of Batistuta. Boban. Oliveira working so hard. And the free kick goes his way. Here is Oliveira now. Robbiati. Once again, he's done the trick, Robbiati. We're into the last minute. Rui Costa's chip. Said headed away. Maldini. Costa Curta. Amoruso's header. He's got to be a contender for man of the match, Amoruso. Davids with a throw. Now Desai. Way by Amoruso. To Baiano. Scampering forward. Committing Desai, but Costa Curta. Now coming forward for Milan. Panucci. It's a corner. Off Falcone.
That was good covering there by Falcone. I mean, there was danger written all over that ball.
3 minutes of stoppage time will be played at the end of the 90. Locatelli with the corner. Toldo getting his fist to it. Costa Curta bursting through. Now they might get caught at the back. Amoruso striding away. They've got, what, 4-5 up here. Oliveira. Can he finish it now? Oliveira shots. A whisker away.
a result of Milan pushing forward, but Oliveira just fails to get the goal which would finish it.
Boban. Chip through, Weah. Bundled aside. Coes angry with George Weah. I'm not sure why. He obviously had to contest that one. And I bet a few Fiorentina hearts skipped a beat then.
Well, they just can't hear that whistle. They can't hear it quick enough. Milan have looked dangerous with these through balls in the last few minutes. It's all getting very tense now, Pierre.
Is Robiati's goal going to be enough? He scored in this fixture last season. The 2-2 draw. Fiorentina can't wait for the final whistle now. It can only be a few seconds away. Rossi having to get upfield. Locatelli, that's Falcone defending. Desai to Weah. Chipped in, Dugarry. Locatelli, Dugarry. They just can't force it in. Oliveira with some brave and resolute defending there. He's done his bit at both ends of the field.
Well, they're hanging on for gun death at Fiorentina now.
Well, Tavares must have thought his team had finally scored the equaliser then. Oliveira, of all people, denying them at the last. Amoruso to pump it upfield. Bonucci. Bonucci with a long ball. For Weah to challenge. Throw to Milan. But it's all over. And Fiorentina have beaten the champions by a 1-0. The goal 6 minutes from the end from Anselmo Robiati. A vital goal for Fiorentina. It's really set their season up and running. But I think we will look back on the turning point of the game as the sending off of Iranio towards half-time. Well, let's look back on the highlights of the game now. Boban trooping off there, and he had this chance for Milan.
Well, I think this was the one where it was disputing whether it was a touch by Toldo or not, and I think the action replay shows that he just got his fingers to it, just touched it and prevented it from possibly being a goal.
Yes, these just the moments from the second half, and of course this was the one that really mattered.
This is the one that matters. This is Oliveira having a shot, and there that man, Robiati, following up and placing it into the net.
So the one goal proved enough. Milan beaten again away from home. And we can now bring you the other scores from Serie A this afternoon and see what effect they have on the top of the table. Inter have beaten Parma by 3-1, 2 there for Zamorano. Napoli 3, Bologna 2. Perugia have beaten Udinese by 2-1. A 2-0 win for Piacenza at home to Verona. Reggiana and Sampdoria have finished all square, 1 apiece there. Mancini getting the goal for Sampdoria. Baleri sent off towards half-time, and Vicenza have beaten Cagliari by 2-0. Otero and Mojita, I can tell you, got the goals there for Vicenza.